Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Make me a channel of your peace. Make me a channel of your peace. Make me a channel of your peace. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. Oh, I am tired, I'm weak, I'm It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 la. Sing us a song with the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 la. Sing us a song, the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now Paul, he's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. But he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. Oh, and the waitress is practicing politics as the businessman slowly gets stoned. Well, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. La 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 la. Sing us a song with a piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. That's a pretty reasonable crowd. See how I changed the lyrics there just
Very
to suit
clever.
the occasion.
Very clever. Not right, but...
For a Sunday. And how are you? Well, as the manager, she gives me a little smile. If you could have seen us only 30 seconds ago.
You don't need to see how the food is made in
Oh,
the
you don't need to
kitchen.
see that. The law,
No.
and sausage, legislation and sausages, and this show.
It's
You don't
like-
have to see any of them are made, do you?
It's like if you visit a nice restaurant, you don't want to see them making the food. You just
Well,
want it to
although,
be on the
I
front
have
of
to
you.
say, talking of nice restaurants, we went to McDonald's, didn't we? We did. And David Hicks, we hadn't been for things have changed, haven't they?
We haven't
They're
been.
doing things called Big Macs now. Do you know that? Yeah, large fries. Can I get some sponsorship from McDonald's? If I say how reasonable they are and filled with sugar, I couldn't believe the sugar count. Do not eat one of their, I'm saying this, they'll sue me now.
You can
do not
see
eat a
on your-
milkshake. Oh my word, it's like Tate and Lyle are us. You literally are standing up. The reason, you know, when you think, oh, that's good, the straw is standing up, it means it's solid. It just means they've literally emptied 16 spoonfuls of Tate and Lyle into that.
Oh,
that
here we go.
mug.
He's got a test signal already.
So that is because Rachel lives on them. And so that's why. Mrs. Chicken Nuggets. I'm not even going to tell you what goes into chicken nuggets.
Oi,
What?
she said.
Oi. I know, she said oi.
She said
So,
oi.
she's, no. And then the thing is, and here's the thing, David Hicks, who is listening tonight, will tell you and agree with me, the thing is, the problem with McDonald's is that we all like the taste. Right? Okay, there's the
And
thing.
there is nothing like it when you've just finished a show
I know.
and you're tired and,
And
you're
you're
hungry.
craving carbohydrate.
You just find yourself completely inexorably drawn to McDonald's.
And Sue, where were we?
We were
that
in-
made us do that.
We were-
Who made us do that, Sue? Who made us?
We
Who's listening
were-
tonight? Who made us do it, Sue? Go on.
We were in Cumbrawn.
Cumbrawn.
And the funny thing was...
Gareth who made us do it.
No.
Joy.
It was just...
It was
we
joy.
were just led
It
there.
was,
Can I just tell the story?
What? I'm just singing a little song.
Oh, dear.
What? And the mic. No, okay, go on.
What I was going to say was we left the concert, which was wonderful, and we had a fabulous time, and it was just marvellous, and Jonathan sang nothing like the programme at all, but so what's new?
There was
And,
three. The last three. We've
the
never
last
done the
three,
programme.
yes. And I put the premiere into the sat-nav, and we headed off. We were driving down the road, and I said, I think we're going towards the wrong Premier Inn. And it was the wrong Premier Inn, but it was the right roundabout from McDonald's.
No, David Hicks, during the show, had been searching for McDonald's near here. So he said, no, you're going in the right direction. So it's very sad. We're at that time at night, and we had to call in and get whatever it was that you guys... I sat and had an apple, which was... I had an apple, didn't I? An apple while you were guzzling your McDonald's. And that was nice, wasn't it? So that was thoughtful of you to leave me eating an apple while you had your... whatever it was, your crispy, Mr. Crispy. Anyway, it was a lovely concert, and I don't want to be bitter and twisted.
We've done a lot of concerts since we've seen you all, haven't we? We've
have.
done a lot of concerts.
We have.
We have done, since October the 13th, which was the last day we were with you, we have done, we had obviously Steve's funeral on the Saturday, and then we had Winchester show in the evening, which was, again, marvellous, with lots of lovely friends turning up to see us. Stoneleigh near Epsom, that was wonderful, and then Cumbrawn in Wales. So we get around.
We get around. We do get around. And then it was and they called it Puppy Love. I had to sing that for joy.
They were all
Do you know
there.
the worst thing was? They all joined in, all the women of a certain age, waving their hands in the air in celebration that I was doing Puppy Love. They also did Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
and
do
they
that
were,
now.
I would say, they were better than most people I've been to.
No.
I mean, they were equal, nearly, to
The Welsh
Liverpool.
voices were going. The Welsh
I
voices
know
were
Marx
going.
is listening tonight, and Mimi, and they did sing well, but I think the Welsh, they may have had the edge. Anyway, it was a nice time. So listen, we've got a great show for you tonight.
We do.
We're not going to speak in Welsh for much longer,
Oh, thank
and
the
so
Lord
I'm
for that.
going to back out of this because
Good.
I think it's time. I've had enough, And
You've had enough.
But anyway, we've got a great guest, and she's in, and she was.
She's not Welsh.
Till recent, she was my boss, indeed, and great friend from now. It must be 35 years ago. 35 years, something like that. Anyway, Sue is going to be coming in.
This is going to be very confusing because we've got 2 Sues in the Steinway room.
There are, and
too many Sues.
when I say Sue play the piano, it's not you.
No.
Let me just get so that any confusion is got over. When I say, Sue, can you play some Rachmaninoff? I think your usual response is going to say no. All right. So that's how we know.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And the manager, she gives me a smile. She. Transition again. Because she knows that it's me. They've been coming to see, to forget about life
for a while.
And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And we sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 la. Song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Dies down again once more. We welcome you to JV live from the Steinway room. Special guest to Legg. Yay! And she'll be coming in from the East Wing very soon to join us. And we welcome her and all of her guests, her husband Steve, her mum and dad, her 2 sisters, all of their family. And we hope you have a pleasant time. I think actually, when I... Oh, what? You already... Hold on. This is a bit of the flow I'm getting into now, Sue. I can't... No, you're pregnant. You're going to have to go, You wanted to go,
I wanted to say hello to Jeff Roberts. You're in.
Jeff!
And so you're out of hospital, and it's wonderful that you can join us tonight. So excellent news.
Great to see you, Jeff. And I was planning to come and see you in hospital too, but there you are. You're
wait till next time.
Okay, so you want to put some pics up.
I do.
Apparently.
One of the things that was very nice this week was that we had a visitor, and this visitor was a lady called Judy. Now, those of you who know our story will know that Judy gave us the Steinway, so it's due to Judy that we even have this Steinway room. And here we have lovely Judy sitting at the piano with Jonathan, and she had a lovely time. And if you can see in the mirror there, that's lovely Anna. She brought Judy along so that she could get here safely, and we were so grateful. And it was just marvellous, wasn't it, to have Judy with us?
And she brought us the beautiful Anna brought a beautiful, and I've got to say this, a beautiful apple cake, which was
lovely.
It lasted Anna for another couple of days, but not long.
Not long, I have to say.
It was very, very
so
beautiful.
Thank you so much, Anna, for bringing Judy, and Judy, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. We had such a lovely day. We'll have to do it again and have you over. And that is have you seen the picture? I can't see it.
Yes, we've seen the picture. Yes.
And that is the Judy Graydon for whom the Steinway, when she gave me that story, those of you who know the story, she phoned and said, I've got a piano to get rid of. I said, Judy, I can't take it, Sue will kill me. And at the end of the conversation, I'm just about to put the phone down. I said, what is it? She said, it's a Steinway, 1889, used to belong to Lord de Rothschild. I said, how much do you want for it? She said, absolutely nothing, it's yours for the rest of your life. So
she actually said, as long as I get visiting rights.
Visiting rights, that's
so
right.
This was part of it.
She let us have this piano, and who would have known the destiny it's been tied to, and the friendships that it's created, and the pretentiousness that I had when naming it this. The Steinway room. It's a vast room, isn't it, Sue?
It is a vast room.
It's a vast
with a
room.
real echo.
But soon, this room is going to be relocated because it's no longer the Steinway room,
It
but
is
the
the
wet
room.
Because we've got damp
Penetrating
in the walls.
damp.
Penetrating damp. We've been told it's not rising damp.
Woohoo!
It's penetrating damp.
I'm
To
not
be
sure how
honest,
much
damp
better
is
that
damp
is,
is damp
but-
is damp. So, I don't know what that means. So we've got all that going on. I think actually we've seen the pics.
There's one other pic I want to show.
Oh, right. Okay.
The other thing that we decided to do yesterday was to have a bit of a bonfire in our garden. And this happened. I just want to see this other picture. This is Jonathan walking along with an axe in one hand and a saw in the other. I think I can only
Captions,
say,
please.
Be afraid, be very afraid. Captions,
and
please.
I will send an album to the best caption, and it has to be extremely funny. Because Sue took it, I didn't realise my backside looked as attractive as that, to be honest.
Well, it is hidden.
It is, isn't it? I do look a bit ape-like, though, don't I? Don't you think? Hanging down.
Well, it could not even be you. I mean,
Sue,
it's just the way it
what
is.
can I say? That axe,
You did use it.
I did use it.
Didn't work, but you used it.
No human beings were harmed in the making of this picture.
Making of the bonfire, so. And it was a lovely time.
At any time, moving on. We've been travelling, and yesterday, as much as any other day that we've been travelling up and down the country, we've been travelling through beautiful countryside. And this song, and I think actually today being Remembrance Sunday, we'll be going into that in a minute, singing a few songs, and then Sue's going to do something special, and then I'm going to sing a song, and then we're going to introduce our special guest. We're going to have some notices as well, but in the meantime, I think this song is particularly beautiful at this time.
And this one is particularly for Alan Chivers. Your birthday is tomorrow, and no, your birthday's on Tuesday. Yes, autumn leaves, please. And so your birthday is on Tuesday, and Diana Harrison, your birthday is tomorrow. So two lovely friends of the community, and we wish you happy birthday for this week.
Love. The lovely Mark Edwards on piano. Arnie Sobergy on bass, and Darren E. Beckett on drums. The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves are red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall, since you went away, the days grow long, old winter song, but I miss you most of all, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall.
And Sylvia is delighted that she
You're
sang
back
that tonight.
listening,
And
Sylvia. You have a lovely evening tonight.
She had a 90th birthday
Yes,
recently.
she did.
So that's your birthday
I
present
noticed,
from Jonathan.
Sylvia, that I was not at that party. I don't want to say anything.
Well, you're not
I'm
actually.
not a bitter or twisted man.
You're not actually related to her. I know you think you are, but you're not.
I kind of am. I'm like an adopted son, you know? I remember her saying, hello, my old son. That's what she meant, all right? Sylvia, it's lovely to have you with us tonight, and you'll enjoy tonight. Do stay with us. We've got a wonderful guest, Sue Legg, later on. Those of you who just joined us, the lovely Sue Legg. She sung with me way back when we started together in the chorus at Glyndebourne. Well, in fact, I think she's younger than me. She's a lot younger than I.
Not
She's a
younger
young
than,
woman.
very much younger than you.
Met there, and well, we'll talk about that. In fact, I think it was before then. I think it may have even been at Wexford or somewhere like that. What?
Sorry.
Go on. What are you laughing
No,
at?
do you ask them for captions? So
Yeah,
if
but
I
didn't-
laugh.
Go on then. What's the captions?
So
We've
we've
gotta
had
move
one
on.
or two. Run away very fast.
Sorry, say again. What's the first one?
One or two. First one, run away very fast. One of Santa's elves on the way to repair the sleigh. Trump supporter on the prowl. Scouts say carry axe by the head. That's not the caption. But actually, the quote was, Scouts say carry axe, hold the head. When you carry an axe, hold the head. Cindy said, is that after you've cut it off? Great line, Cindy.
Yes.
Elf on the shelf working undercover. But I think Gareth's quote has to be the best. He said, I'm not a horror fan, but surely the caption has to be, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. I know. And if
Keep
it
them
doesn't
coming.
come off with the axe, I'll saw it off. That's it, isn't it? And that actually is what happened with the wood that I cut yesterday for the bonfire that I did.
say that.
I would love to have played that video for them. That was a lovely one that Nick did of all the children.
Yes, it was very special, actually.
Maybe we'll play it to you another day.
Yes.
Anyway, we've got to move on because we've got...
We do.
Now, Sue.
We do.
Can you do some notices for us?
I can do some notices.
Can we get the
for you.
notices done so then I can sing
Yes,
a couple of songs
absolutely.
and then we can get on with the show?
So, lots of lovely notices here for you. So, we've been having some wonderful shows and we now are into our pre-Christmas shows. So, the next one is on the 23rd of November and that's going to be in Pewsey in Wiltshire, Mark Borisov's church. And they're doing well with the tickets, but get your ticket and come along and that would be marvellous. The date is wrong for the next one. It's actually December the 1st. In the morning. So we've actually got Christmas with JV at New Spring City Church, Sunderland, is on December the 1st in the morning. So it's a Sunday morning carol concert thing. And then December the 6th is a Friday, and that's going to be at St Mary's Church in Bentley, which is a beautiful little country church. And that's going to be a very charming evening, I think. Then in January, at the end of January, we're going to be in Shrewsbury. So if you're anywhere near Shrewsbury, we're going to be in the beautiful St Chad's Church.
Wales, for example.
Yes. And so, yes, any of the people that saw us in Cwmbran might want to come along to that. And then in February the 8th, we're down at a beautiful country church in Birdham. And March sees us on the 15th in Fleet Methodist, and the 21st, Carshalton Baptist Church. So the dates are coming in, and we're looking forward to doing all of those, which will be lovely. April the 20th, we're in New Springs Church in Loughborough. That's on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday morning. May, at the moment we are on the 3rd, we're at Churchdown, which is the Connells Church, so that's David and Mary Connell. The 16th is a weekend called the Appledore Festival, and Jonathan's doing the concert on the 16th, which is the Friday, and then I think you're doing an interview the next day. He doesn't know, but I think he's doing an interview the next day. So he's participating in the Appledore Festival. June the 14th, we are in Bracknell at Kennet Valley Free Church, and then we are back to Thornley from the 26th of July to the 2nd of August.
Other dates are coming in.
Other dates are coming in, so just keep an eye open on the website, and that is jonathanveira.com. And if you go onto events, that will tell you all about which shows are available, how to get tickets, where they are, and so on and so forth. So that's jonathanveira.com. And if you have a question for me, I'm on sue@jonathanveira.com. And if you want to ask about putting on a show at your church, then write to me there. If you've got any question about anything else, just write to me there. If you want to buy anything, you need to go to jonathanveira.com and the shop. So that's easy to do.
From whence that did come, that song from Lockdown Sessions 1.
It did. And so the big thing we've got coming up is the quiz on January the 5th. Anyway, Rachel's here to tell us all about it.
Hey everyone! After a year off, the JV Tech team returns to kick off the new year with another exciting, thrilling JV Big Quiz on Sunday, the 5th of January 2025 at 7 p.m. Hosted once again by myself, Claire and Ben. This will be a fantastic opportunity to get together, have fun, a laugh with our new quiz consisting of 6 rounds of questions plus a mysterious bonus game. Ooh, I wonder what that might be. To take part, there are limited places available in a special Zoom room where you can then chat with the team as well as your other competitors. We really encourage you to join Zoom for the best interactive experience. There'll also be a stream of the event on YouTube. Also, keep an eye out on your inbox for further updates on how to join Zoom on the day and how to download the answer sheet. So, book your place now for a great night in with the JV community on Sunday, the 5th of January 2025 at 7 p.m. for the JV Big Quiz! Click the link below or scan the QR code on screen and join in the fun. See you there!
Well, that looks exciting.
Very exciting.
5th of January. Thank you, tech team, for sorting that out as usual. It's always a fantastic evening. You've got to get yourself signed up because there's only going to be 95 slots, so make sure you do that.
And let us not forget, please, the 20th, we are sending out for the Wednesday, the 20th. There's a letter going out to you via Stuart about what you have to bring, which is yourself, toothpaste, your nightie, your musical instrument if you fancy something, or if you're on the particularly for the evening concert, it's going to be all to do with you. It's effectively an open mic night. Sue and I will sing some stuff as well, obviously, but it's open to you to bring what you want. It can be funny, it can be serious, you can sing, you can dance, you can do a poem, you can do whatever you want. Keep it clean, but that's the only thing. And everything else, I think will be in the letter, but don't worry, there's not much. We start at 9:30, just for those of you who know what we want. We start at 9:30 and finish about 9:30. It's a full day, but you'll have a chance to rest and relax in the lovely environment that it's in. We'll talk also about the You've Got a Friend Trust towards the back end. I've got to move on now. Now, Sue, we always do something for Remembrance Sunday. Usually we get somebody in. This year we didn't do that. We just thought we'd do something smaller and much more bijou, and just have a moment of reflection. And Sue is going to take us through, very simply, a form of service, a small form of service. Sue.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. This is a poem written by Anthony Devaney. He was someone who was served in Afghanistan for 3 years, and he was heading out to the remembrance service, and he just wrote this poem. We are indeed the lucky and unlucky ones, as we are the ones who have lived to tell the tales of those we once knew. We are the ones who carry those scars of things seen, done, and lost. We are the ones who must never let those who are not here be forgotten by the new. We are the ones who will never need to be reminded that we will remember them, as we are the ones who will always remember those we forever call friend. And Jonathan is going to sing a remembrance hymn written by our very own Gareth.
We stand for brave and selfless friends who sacrifice today in our remembering, Lord, give faith and teach us how to pray. We stand for all who die for us and have no more to give. Those we have never met or known, those we should not outlive. We stand and on our lives laid down, futures that conflict stole, and sing of one who died to end the warring of our souls. We stand to gain a greater prize than any war can claim. If we can hear the Savior's voice as He calls out our name. have always been there. He's young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home. Bring him home. He's like the son I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one. How soon they die. On and on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He's young, he's only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be. Let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. Right, let's get you in suit. Oh, love, it will not let me go. I rest my weary soul in thee. I give thee back the life I love, that in thine ocean depths flow may reach a fool to be, may reach a fool to be. my flickering torch to thee. My heart restores its borrowed ray, that in thy sunshine's blaze this day may brighter, fairer be, may brighter, fairer be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, joy seeketh me through pain. I cannot close my heart to thee. I trace the rainbow through the rain and feel the promise is not vain, that morn shall tearless be, that morn shall tearless be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, cross, liftest up my head. I dare not ask to fly from thee. I lay in dust life's glory dead, and from the ground that blossoms red, life that shall endless be, life that shall endless be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, perfect love, oh, perfect love, oh, perfect love. Thank you, and that was lovely, Sue. Thank you for leading us in those moments and those thoughts. I was listening to a radio interview about this today, about whether we, in a generation's time, whether the cry, "It wasn't my war, it's not, what do I have to remember?" That type of response from younger people, which apparently is becoming a thing. I think it's so difficult. If we don't remember, what have we got left? We must remember. I came out, I'm 63, and I came out when we were walking around the playground. We won the war in 1964. It was still arm in arm with other children. We talked, and we were talking about, all the comics were about war and things like that because it was so fresh. It was only 15 years after I was born. Now, you think that now, how close that is to us. We forget this. Now, you think the Falklands War is now 82. It's 42 years ago.
The year we got married, how appropriate.
The year we got married. And, and the war continued with us. There's been no armistice with us, has there, Sue? But seriously, I think it's a lovely thing that we do every year and that we must continue to do. But talking about making peace, here is... You know what? Have your poppy fallen out? Oh no! After all the poppy thingy. So there's a poppy behind the underneath near the. Can you see it?
You just cannot get the Joey.
Come on, put that on now, girl. Have you dropped the pin as well? No. I mean after.
Deary me.
Right, that'll do. That's it. No. Well, thank you, Sue, for having said all that. Then your poppy fallen out. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, all the way to the front.
Yay!
The superstar that is, the legend that is, the singer, the star of Endeavour, no less.
Is it Endeavour that you're part of?
It was Endeavour.
Yes, go on,
2019. I will tell you all about it. Yeah, that was.
Go for it.
It was an amazing experience. Well, first of all, thank you so much for welcoming me to the Steinway room. It's so lovely to be here in this legendary venue. It's fantastic. I'm sorry about my poppy. It is here.
It's there. No, it's there.
It's just about on there.
It's there now.
It's there now. Yeah. Well, just okay. Let's go back to 2019. So Endeavour. That was a fantastic opportunity that I was given, and it just came out of the blue. It's a composer that I know, and that's always very helpful, isn't it? There's always, but it came about in quite an interesting way because I was going out for curry with him and my husband Stephen, who's also a composer,
who's been on the show. If you remember,
he's been on the show.
Yeah,
Stephen's been on the show. He's watching tonight. He's been on the show. So we went out for curry, and Matt Slater, the composer, was with us, and he said to me, "Oh, Sue," he said, "sing me something." I said, "No, not in the curry house. I can't do things like that. I get too nervous. I can't do." He said, "Go on." I said, "No." He said, he kept saying, "Go on, go on." I said, "No." He said, "Right, well, would you sing me something outside?" It was a freezing cold day. I said, "All right then." So we went out and I sang a bit of opera. And he started to cry. And it had a real effect on him. It was I can't remember what it was, but it was something that really resonated with him. And then he said to me, "Would you sing on Endeavour?" And I said, "I'd love to sing on Endeavour." And I thought, well, I don't know where things going to happen with that on. You don't know, do you? And things
always
happen.
Promising, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes these shows are canned and whatever. But this came about, and it was extraordinary. So, and for those of you in the community who you might be a mezzo soprano or an alto, it's significant in that we never get the glory.
No,
we never do. It's the
same.
soprano or the tenor. Yeah. But here I was playing the lead role of Angelica in a mini opera that Matt had written for Series 7, and I was in 3 episodes of it, and it was incredible. I had my own trailer. I was incredible.
You had your own trailer?
I had my own trailer.
I was going to say, you've never had your own trailer.
Oh, there you go.
I've been to a caravan in Hastings. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Is that right? I don't know.
Well, yeah, similar. Honestly, and the costumes were amazing, and I went up to Angel costume department to choose them, and that was incredible, and such lovely people as well.
You got to choose.
I got to choose
in Angels. I'm only told what I'm going to wear in Angels.
It was amazing, absolutely unbelievable. It was like going to the Elves and the Shoemakers.
It is incredible. Now, just tell people what Angels is, because they don't know what Angels. It's up in North London.
That's right. It's this absolute vast sort of barn of a place. It's absolutely massive, and there are costumes and material, and it's a paradise.
Over floor after floor
after floor. And so much. And then
period costumes.
so
in
yeah,
it.
they were saying, well, you could have this fabric or this fabric, and I love sewing and dressmaking. And it was just, I didn't want to leave. It was amazing. And then they said, oh well, we've come to the awkward bit now. It's the shoes. This always takes ages. Anyway, the first pair were perfect, and that was
Cinderella.
Cinderella. So anyway,
Shall go to the ball.
Shall go to the ball, exactly that. But as I say, the less glamorous aspect of it was, as you probably know, going to costume at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And of course, I hadn't really eaten anything, and I had full makeup, and I was so hungry. So I was trying to eat this banana with makeup and a great big Baroque wig on. It was insane.
Television is unforgiving, isn't it? I mean,
really,
its schedules
really
are just
unforgiving,
madness.
really unforgiving. And then they shot it in. Well, first of all, we had to record it, so I had a week to learn the music, which was.
Goodness
And
gracious.
actually, we also moved house that week, so it was crazy. And so that all happened at once. It was in Italian. I remember, I think Stephen was driving me up the A3, and I was just trying to memorise all this stuff as quickly as I could.
Because were you shooting it all in one day, or was
No,
it?
we recorded it in the Old Angel Studios,
Yeah.
just before it closed down,
Yeah.
and then a week later, we filmed it in Wimbledon Theatre.
So you have to have it, but for lip syncing.
Yeah,
I
you have
presume.
to have for lip syncing. Yeah, that's right. So, and then actually, it was amazing doing the filming with the huge, great cameras following me around the stage.
Yeah.
And after about take 35, you stop getting nervous. You just get on with it, really.
But those first
You know
few
what it's
takes.
like. The first few takes, your adrenaline just sky
Well,
high.
I know that Sue, when she went into the studio, can you put yourself on camera? You on?
No, Rachel will put me on in a sec, I think.
When
Yeah,
you
I'm
went
on.
into the studio, you'd never done anything
I've never done
like this
anything
before
like that
she went
before.
to, and it wasn't a good day, was it?
It wasn't. It was outside of my comfort zone by a very long way. So, no, not something I'm happy to repeat, I have to say. And great kudos to those who do it regularly and get a sort of a handle on their nerves, really.
Yeah.
It is, but I mean, we do it because that's what we do. We practice to perfection, and we're used to doing it first time.
Yes.
But
It's a heck
when you're
of an
lip
experience.
syncing, how do you remember exactly what you've done? Exactly where you've come off and where you?
It's true, and especially when something's so new.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not in your
established.
bones.
No.
But there's some sort of weird thing that happens, some empathic thing that happens, and your resonance seems to understand what you've done in the recording. I don't know, but it was fine, and it all came off really well in the end. And I was shadowing what was happening on the on-screen action.
Yes.
So it was a fascinating.
So actually,
thing. It really was.
let's be absolutely specific because we can find these things on online now. So it's
Series 7. Series 7.
episodes.
Well, they're all 3 episodes.
All
1,
3
2, 3.
ones.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Well, if you
3.
want to see on the big screen or the little screen, please go on there. Series 7, 1, 2, 3. You've got to go and do that definitely. Has she found? She's already found it. No, that's good. So now, Sue, when we first met, I'm trying to remember when it was.
Wexford, wasn't it?
Was it Wexford, 1990?
Lucas said
with
it was in
Lucas.
Wexford.
Lucas is on from America, from Australia.
Good. I was just going to say, I was hoping he was, because it was with Lucas that I first met you. You were in Leon Cavallo.
Leon Cavallo, La Bohème.
That was a good
isn't
score.
it?
Yeah, and Lucas, we had such a good time.
I had to play the piano on the stage, remember?
That's right. You
And
did.
I'd
It was
spent
brilliant.
more time learning that.
Oh my goodness, I heard that an
That was
awfully
so funny.
because Albert Rosen was conducting. Do you remember? And he said, no, I don't want no pianist, no singer can play piano good enough. So I said to him, you haven't heard me. I know, nobody has. So I was mad. I didn't put up with stuff like that. And he
just did
opened
it.
the score and it went like this. He clearly hadn't even looked at this, okay, the score. So I said, you mean as well as you know it?
Ooh.
And he said,
Ooh.
so I said, well, what do I lose? Because he said, no, you must have some proper player in the pit. So I said, well, how about you listen?
Yeah.
So he listened, and I could play it.
I remember.
And I could.
Yeah.
It stayed with me for years, that piece.
You played it often enough.
I played it often. All right,
Amazing.
Sue. You said that now 5 times. That's all right. I shall play it in a minute.
That's fantastic.
So we met then.
We did meet then.
Well,
we
look
did
at
meet
that.
then. That's right. And then I didn't see you for a long time.
No.
And then we hooked up again. And
Wasn't it? Didn't I see you in the
was it a
chorus at
concert?
Glyndebourne?
Yes, I did see you in Glyndebourne.
Was that right?
That was before, but I didn't get to know you then.
So before at Glyndebourne and then after at
Mostly,
Llangyvalog.
I got to know you in Wexford.
In Wexford.
Yeah.
And Wexford, by the way, is a little tiny town down in the south of Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fantastic... It was my first job, as a matter of fact, in 1985.
Oh,
And that's
right.
when I got to do scenes.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
And I did the Torwächter in Königskinder by Humperdinck. And I stood on there and I sung with, what was his name, Sue? Brindley Sherritt.
Oh, yes.
And I was, Haben die Ratten den Schwuchel lassen, nicht bürgen, nicht bauen, and I can't remember, and I stood there counting.
Weren't you the second spear carrier?
Second Torwächter.
Oh, sorry,
I was not a spear carrier.
What does Torvector
What do you mean?
then?
Torwächter, somebody who watches over. So don't give me all that stuff.
It's nothing like a spear carrier, is it?
I mean, fancy trying to. I need the cheek of the woman. It's a spear carrier, second spear carrier.
Second as well.
I mean, I feel it's the Carry On film. This is straight away. I do. But I remembered you were such the nicest lady, and
we had some fun.
I would try to be as human as possible during those times, and got to know Lucas.
Yeah.
And
You were
he got
such good fun. You know, some of the soloists are a bit sniffy.
They were,
and you were
well,
just
that's not me,
one of
I
the
don't-
team. One of the team.
One of the
That's great.
team. Well, it's always one of the team. That's how we, and that's how. And we'll get into all of the rest. But why don't we show them what you can do? A little bit of early music, Handel, bit of our beloved German composer Handel, who wrote The Messiah and various other things. And now Sue has had quite a severe 10-day chest infection. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing this one, and it's called Ombra Mai Fu. Now, what does this mean? I can't remember.
Well, it's from Xerxes.
Xerxes,
and,
isn't it?
it's the
Sorry.
opera.
Opera.
So it's the Persian king singing to his beloved plane tree, and he's admiring it for its strength.
As you do.
Yeah.
It only happens in opera, doesn't it? Have you turned your mic off, and have you turned the other one on? Here we go.
Let's go for it.
Thank
Beautiful, Sue. What a sound you make.
It's very kind of you to say so.
Absolutely.
I've been coughing quite a lot,
You
but
have been coughing quite a lot, haven't you?
it's nearly gone now, but I'm just still on my chest,
But
unfortunately.
it's lovely. It's lovely to hear that sound, that rich mezzo sound. For those people that don't know, there are loads of different voices. We call them SATB, and that will be known as soprano, alto, tenor, bass. But within those SATBs, there are little subdivisions.
Yep.
So you might have a high soprano, a lyric soprano, a dramatic soprano. You'll then have a dramatic mezzo. You'll have a what kind of mezzos are there?
Lyric mezzo. So
What
I'm,
does
I'm
that mean?
a lyric. Well, it's a lighter voice, really, generally.
So yours is quite a beautiful, rich chest sound. It's gorgeous.
It's nice of you to say so. Thank you, Sue.
Well,
I think
stunning.
as you get older, the voice does change a bit. Mine has certainly got richer. Shame it didn't happen earlier, but anyway, there we are. At least it happened.
I don't agree
At least
with that.
it happens, but it actually it means that you, if you're lyric, you're going to sing different repertoire to dramatic mezzo. So they may be doing Berlioz and some of the heavier roles. I would be doing lighter things generally.
Like what?
So, well, yeah, Baroque, definitely. You wanted me to do Rosina. And I would have loved to have done
Rosina,
it.
Rosina is from the Barber of Seville. You know the one. But
Yeah.
Sue sings and has sung with me. I
Una
played
voce.
for the students, and we did.
Una voce. Una voce.
But it goes down, and it goes also incredibly high.
It's right up to a top B.
B
And I
natural.
thought today that might be pushing it a bit.
It's a shame,
So-
but another day,
Another
next time you come
day.
in. But it is, if you hear Sue's voice when she's well, it's incredible. It's incredible now, the richness of the sound. And I thought we'd introduce you to that one because that's in three flats, in E flat major, which is a very warm key, isn't it, Sue?
Really
it's a warm key
comfortable.
for a mezzo and for a baritone as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
I love
quite
that.
nice.
It's a lovely. My favourite key is D flat.
Oh, D flat.
D flat's lovely.
See, that's it. It's that kind of. But if you had your hands lie
Absolutely.
on in the long fresh cloud, Vaughan Williams, and so we tend the resonance. Na da 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 dee. It tends to sit around the same kind of place that mezzo does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's why we generally don't sing together.
Yeah.
Duets. It's not. They don't do a lot of duets for us. However, your voice. Now, tell us how you began to be interested, because you're no ordinary singer, because most singers cannot play the piano, and most singers have come from other folds. They've come from maybe they've done a little bit of flute and single instruments, but you came in a very, very different route, didn't you?
I did. I came from the piano route, which I'm really happy about. I know a lot of people who have been wonderful flautists, viola players, or really good linguists, and those are such good routes as well. So when I was little, I went to piano lessons when I was about 9, and I went along with one of my older sisters, just to keep her company, really. And I didn't understand a single thing, I have to be honest. It went completely over my head. I think I was just too young, probably. And the driving force going to those lessons was that I could get a lollygobble choc bomb from
A what?
a lollygobble choc bomb from the
Yeah.
corner shop.
All right, of course.
I don't think I've ever had one of
Oh,
those.
well, you've missed
Otherwise, I
out.
might have played the
You've
piano.
They were really
There might
fantastic.
still be a chance for you, Sue.
I don't know. I don't think you can get them anymore. I think it's a thing of the distant past. But maybe some of your viewers today would
Yeah,
would recognise
identify.
the lollygobble shock bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it was quite a thing, and it drove me to those lessons. So that was good. And we had a sweet teacher. She had a little ginger wig, but I had no idea what she was talking about. So those lessons dried up. We went to somebody else, and then she kept falling asleep at the piano. So that stopped. Anyway, so. It dingled on. My sister carried on, and she can play, and she's got a lovely voice. But then I sort of taught
Which
myself.
sister is that?
That's Jane.
Ah,
Yeah, so she's been in a band and an ABBA duo as well. Really good one.
So and
So
then she
it's
still
in the
continues to
family.
sing.
Yeah, so she still sings. She's got a lovely voice.
Is she watching tonight?
I think she is. Yeah.
Hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Great. Cool.
So anyway, so I decided just to I didn't decide. We had a piano, and I used to teach myself really. So I worked out what to do. I was given lots of music from our next door neighbour, and I just worked out what the flats meant.
Oh, you
And
worked them out?
So I just worked it all out, and I taught myself. Until
Sorry?
I was about 14, and then I went to
From
lessons.
9 until 14, you taught yourself?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose I didn't think about it. I just used to sit down and play.
No, that's unusual.
No. Can I just ask a question then? So, is that why you are so good? Because Jonathan talks about the fact that you are so good at the piano and you can almost play not anything that's put in front of you, but you are very, very good at it. Would you say that's because you had that unorthodox beginning and you worked at it yourself, so you taught yourself how to read music in a particular way?
I think, it's interesting, isn't it? We all learn to read music in different ways, and that's very true of students that we've taught and continue to teach. And I suppose it was just what I did. I could just get around all sorts of things. I used to play classical things, musical theatre, anything that was there. Anything that was there. But what I didn't want to do was sing in the school choir.
Really?
I didn't want to sing it. I used to jump up and down and imitate the choir mistress. I didn't want to sing it.
That's kind of ironic, isn't it?
I know, that didn't happen. Anyway, then I had a really good piano teacher when I was 14. She helped me massively. And after going to her, I then got the opportunity to study with the most wonderful man called Clifford Benson. Absolutely phenomenal.
Local to?
Well, he lived in Tunbridge, and he was an amazing pianist and chamber musician, professional pianist. And he taught me so much. He taught me the Rachmaninoff prelude that I'm going to play in a bit. And
you have to hear her, ladies and gentlemen. Just stick around. Do not leave.
So
Do not go and get your ice cream or a cup of tea.
Lollygoggle
None of that.
I have
None
to
of that.
say that all this lollygoggle chop blom, they're talking about it. Who's had them? Sounds like a fab. Really.
Yeah, it was a bit of a glorified fab. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, sorry, don't be talking about that, because that's what they talk about. They are such an uncouth lot. Tonight is about de-Philistining them, all right?
Well,
because they're used to me just giving them what they want, and I'm tonight.
Well, I said to Vicky Moyes, because she's always going on about wanting a piece
Oh,
of
sure, it's
handball.
like this is her
And I
night.
said she's had to wait 156 shows to get some
She's
handball.
trained as a musician,
Right.
as a recorder player, and then she was at university doing it.
fantastic.
Great. So she's
Right.
to see. She can't wait. So you ended up with him.
Well, yeah, having studied with Clifford, he had learnt with Cyril Smith at the Royal College of Music, and Cyril Smith's wife was Phyllis Selleck. And these names will be familiar to your viewers as well. They were absolutely amazing pianists. And they did a lot in the war, in the Enza concerts, and afterwards. And then eventually they became known as, they did lots of duets for three hands, because he had thrombosis and lost the use of one of his arms. So they arranged everything for three hands. So I ended up going to, Clifford helped me to get to Phyllis Selleck at the Royal College of Music, and she was absolutely incredible to start.
And she taught you for how many years? 5 years?
Yes, and some really, because I had private lessons afterwards.
I mean,
she's
you were at the
incredible.
Royal College, and the Royal, those of you who don't know, one of the most esteemed conservatoires, Royal Conservatoires in the world, for teaching piano, all kinds of instruments, including vocals. And I have a friend who teaches there. What's his name from Amersham? Conductor who runs the opera thing there. It is an esteemed establishment that I auditioned for, and they didn't let me in because I auditioned with piano and viola.
Right.
So it's not surprising, is it? Really, to be honest.
Well, I did piano and violin.
Oh,
I
did you?
did violin second study, so I was singing, but I didn't do it as a study there.
You just
Not to start with. And then I went to a really good teacher, but I wasn't practicing violin, and he knew that I wasn't practicing. It was, one of those, it's understood.
Yeah.
You're not. And then I ran into a lady in the vocal department called Margaret Kingsley, and what an amazing woman, a real character. And she said, "Can I help you? What are you looking for somebody?" I said, "Well, I'm wanting some singing lessons." She said, "Well, come back this afternoon and come and sing to me." So I sang to her, and she said, "Right, you're stopping violin and you're coming to me."
Yes, that's the one.
Wow,
That's
same
all right
story.
then.
yeah.
So
It's
she
the
organised
same
it
for me,
all. There we are.
There you
So-
the rest is history.
and then, so
the
I
next
did that.
endeavour.
Yeah, did it alongside piano. So I graduated having done both. I did them as joint first study.
Gosh.
Which was good because I got lessons in both, but it was
Yes.
a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it was.
It was, as you know.
Yeah, well, actually doing... Yeah, in the end, I was doing conducting. But I kept the piano because I needed to read. But my reading was always bad. Your reading has always been phenomenal. Anyway, I think
Well, I've
they
never
need. I think
conducted,
they
I'm not
need
conducting.
one more Baroque piece.
Oh, go on then.
And then what we're going to do is you're going to come over and you're going to start playing some piano and doing some special stuff that you've written as well. Very exciting. So, are you in for a treat or whatever? This one is called Lascia Chiopianga. Now, many of you may recognise this from, certainly Classic FM, and if you move back a bit soon, that'll be it. Yes, I think that's about it. So, and it's, where's it from exactly?
So this is Lascia Chiopianga. It's Ronaldo, and Almirena has been abducted, and she sings of her poignant fate in Armida's enchanted garden.
So I'll just give you the chord.
Lascia Chiopianga, mia cruda sorte, e che sospiri la
Wow, that was awesome. Really
Responses
lovely.
from
Yeah, loving it. Just what a beautiful voice, what an amazing voice. And Lucas has written in, he said, that is some fabulous singing, Sue. Beautiful tone and emotion in your delivery. I am taken away. That's lovely, isn't it?
Now, Sue. Now, can we have just one little break for Sue? Have we got a 2-minute video or something that can
Rachel's just going to see
anything,
if she can find
doesn't matter, then we'll
something.
swap over parts.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, to
hadn't
God be the
planned this one.
glory. Yeah,
Here we
that
go.
will do. Well done, Rachel.
Thanks, Rach.
To God be the glory, great things He has done. So loved He the world that He gave us His Son, who yielded His life an atonement for sin, and open life gifts that all may go in. So praise to the Lord, let the earth hear His voice. Oh, praise to the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give Him glory, great things He has done. Oh, give Him glory, great things He has done. Perfect redemption, the purchase of blood, to every believer, promise of God. The vilest offender who truly believes, from Jesus a pardon receives. So praise to the Lord, let the earth hear His voice. Oh, praise to the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give Him glory, great things He has done. Oh, give Him glory, great things He has done. Great things He has taught us, great things He has done. Great our rejoicing through Jesus the Son. The purer and higher and greater will be our sense of wonder when Jesus we see. So praise to the Lord, let the earth hear His voice. Oh, praise to the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give Him glory, great things He has done. Oh, give Him glory. Let the earth hear his voice. Oh, praise to the Lord. Let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son and give him glory. Great things he has done. Oh, give him glory. Great things he has done.
I can see it. Well, I always love doing that song. It's me now. Swap places, and I have maintained the position of my Poppy. Poppy over there. Sorry, doing it in reverse. And so I've retained my position, Sue. And look at Sue. She's swapped it hers. Has she got it still? She has.
It is still there.
Now, being a formidable pianist that you are,
No pressure.
you're going to know. Well, you are going to play some Rachmaninoff for us. Some of you will know the Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto, the very famous one in C minor, and the number 2, and then number 3, and also number 4 is not bad. But number 1 is less memorable. This, explain to us in the mic, into your mic, Sue, what this one is going to be.
Well, this is a prelude. It's a prelude in D major. It's just a really lovely thing. It's, as I say, it's something that was taught to me by Clifford Benson, and it's a piece that's stayed with me in my piano repertoire for a long time. I just think it's lovely. It's got emotion, warmth. It's just a beautiful piece of music. So this is Prelude in D, Opus 23, number 4.
simply...
Wow.
It's an incredible piece of music, isn't it? Imagine getting up and writing that. You'd be pretty pleased with
So
yourself,
that
wouldn't
is
you?
just you're
marvellous.
playing as always. It's quite astonishing. You have this lyrical quality in what you play. Well, that's part of what you've learned to do over the years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And was lyricism and that romantic. Is that your heart tied to romanticism in the piano, or is it?
Well,
Does
I
it
think
spread
so.
far and wide?
Far and wide, really. I mean, when I went to study with Phyllis Selleck, she was really from the French piano school.
right, yeah.
When she was a little girl, she played to Ravel.
Oh,
Amazing. I mean, she actually knew Rachmaninoff. Her and Cyril, they knew him. Yeah,
Really?
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
you can't quite grasp that, can you?
You really can't. You really can't.
Because
It's
I'm seeing
amazing.
a lot of these Sue knows I'm getting an awful lot of them playing little snippets or a movement of some famous pieces, the Horowitzes of our day.
Absolutely.
You know, these people who were giants amongst pianists and instrumentalists in general.
Yeah.
You know, the violinists of yesteryear.
Yeah,
that-
High-Fitz,
Chrysler,
Chrysler,
all of those extraordinary players, whole families of them.
Absolutely.
As we see now in the kind of Mason family, isn't it? That the new lots coming through, and so it's a question. But what do you think about what's going on in the world of classical music now, which seems to be so much on the wane? I just got a call from a note from a friend who has been looking over the demise of WNO, of English National Opera, people that have worked with them, and I know all these people that are just writing to me and saying, I mean, it's the death knell of the Arts Council England are just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. They want operas about mobile phones and rapping and things like this, and one of them was quoted to us as saying, what do we need to be listening to? Why are we listening to an opera by a man who's 200 years dead? It's this kind of thing. What do you think to that?
Well, it's frightening, isn't it, really? You wonder where it is all leading to. And, I think music in schools still needs a lot of addressing, because certainly going into the universities, not having so many classical singers coming through is a real worry, and then they are also fed into the companies, but then will they have a company to sing in? We don't know.
That you and I started and we had the possibilities. Now they don't have the possibilities.
No.
Now we're training them.
Or the trusts.
Yes, and until recently Sue was my head of department and head of singing at recently, until she was let go recently.
Shame.
Terrible and an absolute waste of a resource that I've never seen the like of. And it's very disheartening when you see that that's where the universities are cutting. They're cutting the expertise. And in cutting Sue was basically supplying repertoire, playing for so many people, just leading the department in such a fantastic way. But as we've seen less and less people, fewer and fewer people are joining now. You have in the university something like 580 singers, of which only 14 to 20 are classical singers. Would it be about that? It's about
Yes,
that?
something like that.
Something like that. So therefore the serious arts are not ever looked at. It's just empty chairs and empty tables. And I don't mind, the musical theatre is fine, it's great, and I sing it, as you know, people. But it's just this dreadful thing. So do you think it's going anywhere? Do you think it will in 10 years' time? What will it look like?
I've got no idea. I do worry for the arts, and opera certainly. You do wonder what it's going to look like in 10 years, in a couple of years even.
Yeah, a couple of years. I'd give it a couple of years. And I don't think this Labour government has any appetite to fund.
It's funding, isn't it?
Funding the arts. There's nothing that's going to happen. So from your point of view, when you do this kind of stuff, what you're doing is keeping alive a tradition, like I try to do as well with the kids at university.
That's
because
right.
they haven't fired me yet, but I'm next in line, I am sure. And so, what does one do? Do you throw your hands up in horror and just say, I'm not doing it anymore? I keep my standards high and just say, no, this is, what you've got to do.
Because it matters, that's why you do it. And
Yeah, I think that's... Well, you've written
care
something,
about
haven't
it.
You've written some stuff.
Well, yes, also...
That keeps it going.
That's the thing. It's interesting. I suppose I do a lot of things like you do. As a musician, you have to be versatile. You have to be. And at the moment, actually with Stephen, with my husband, Stephen Basted, we're writing the music for another film, for exhibition on screen. This is the 7th film we'll have been working on.
Wow.
We did the My National Gallery, which came out over the summer. And that was a lovely film to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the National Gallery. And that was wonderful. It was lots of people connected with the gallery in some way. Either they worked there or they had a strong connection to it. And they told their story, quite often a poignant one, through a particular picture from the gallery.
Yes.
And that was really lovely. So what they wanted for that was lots of piano music. So Stephen and I have worked really well together.
Wow.
Just
I didn't know
doing all
that.
of
I didn't know that.
Ah, that's been fun. And the one working on at the moment is about early impressionism. So that's
Right.
interesting as well. So I'm
Which
quite
is
busy doing that.
so you're just going to be muddy chords? Is that what you're going to do?
Well-
Lots of pedal and
Oh yeah, I wish. That sort of thing. But no, that's another really interesting facet, I think,
of what you're doing of
Yeah,
classical
it's-
music,
yeah,
and
it's
people
really
will come back to it. I think there's going to be a thirst for it when they.
I hope so.
Yeah. But play us what you now. This is something completely different.
This
isn't
is
it?
the so I've given you some Rachmaninoff, which is quite serious and emotional. This is the opposite. This is a little group of comedic songs, I suppose you could say. I think there are only 5 of them, and some of them are based on my experience. For instance, the last one absolutely happened on a cruise. And
Well, you did cruises, didn't you?
yeah,
You've done a lot of cruises.
Yeah, since about for about more than 20 years, I've sung and played on cruises, either with my own pianist or doing what I call hum and strum, doing my own thing.
Yes.
And I've had a lot of fun. I've been up the Amazon 3 times. I've been to the Caribbean. My favourite trip is Norway. I love the fjords.
You do, yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah, you don't have to be
that
on the
scenery.
sea, do you? So much.
Exactly, it's just lovely though. So yeah, some funny things have definitely happened, including the lady when I was doing a concert in the theatre stroke lounge, and I was halfway through a song, and behind the theatre was the swimming pool. And I was halfway through something. The next thing, the curtain opened, and this lady came through in her wet swimsuit, straight away across the theatre. Oh, okay, that's you then in your swimsuit. I'll just carry on. You get funny things happen. So anyway, this is just a little bit of fun. So I've called it Tales of a Diva. And the first one is called
Tales of a
Diva.
Tales of a Diva. That's you, but she is a diva, by the way.
well,
Just so you. Right.
You should be
A
singing this too.
mezzo diva.
So the first one is called Warming Up. Fa la 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 la. For the last 3 weeks I've been avoiding coughs and colds. And today my voice feels like a hacksaw blade. Today, of course, is concert day. I have found on my travels, musical and varied, so many lecherous conductors. So many lecherous conductors. My advice to you is to avoid them. As we're talking of conductors, they are a curious breed. Some are simply marvellous and find the perfect speed. But the orchestra ignore them if they haven't got a clue. And tonight we're singing Mendelssohn with you know who. And he waves his arms around like a monkey in a zoo. So I think I will ignore him too. Now, this next one was very much based on truth when I went to... I won't say which choral society it was, but anyway, here it is. Mrs. Crawford, second alto. She's sitting in the second altos and rustling. a plastic bag. She kept it up throughout rehearsals, and now we're on the stage. I'm getting up now for my solo, and if she carries on, I'm going to kill her.
I know those. Yes.
This absolutely happened as well, although not at the Wigmore Hall. This is the dress. I wore it at the Wigmore Hall in 19-something or other, and everybody said it was a real figure-hugger. I knew I should have tried it on before I came along. And now I wonder if the zip will make it through this song. I feel that as I concentrate upon my lovely theme, my stomach muscles tighten and a little rip of seam. I'm very fond of chocolate.
Very good.
I stepped out on stage and I was ready to croon. The crowd was hyped, I was in tune. Then from the curtain, what did I see? Mr. Grumpy glaring at me.
Yes.
He said, I hate Gershwin, just so you know. It won't be my kind of show. The crowd, they gasped in shock as I sang ever louder. Gershwin really couldn't have been prouder. Then he just got up and went away. It seems he just couldn't stay. And the moral of this story is you can't please everyone all the time. Some people just don't like Gershwin.
Bravo! When did you write these?
Well, I wrote lots of them a few years ago, and I actually wrote the last one yesterday.
You didn't.
Very good.
Well, actually, I suddenly remembered what had happened. This chap that I was just about to go on and sing a whole Gershwin recital, he said, I hate Gershwin. I thought,
didn't
that's
say
really
that.
nice. Yeah, I hate Gershwin. And I'd helped his wife all week with her technical issues with her phone and everything.
And that's what he decided
I hate
to tell
Gershwin.
you?
Yeah, so I thought, oh, well, there you go. That's, it's a
We-
whole Gershwin recital.
We know people like this.
We do.
Vicky.
Oh, dear.
We've got a lady called Vicky Moyes out there, and Vicky likes early music.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you are her absolute hero. She hates Mozart. I sing Mozart all the time. I mean, I'm a Mozartian, for goodness sake.
You are a Mozart. You're also Gershwinian.
Gershwinian. I do love Gershwin, and there's nothing quite like singing the blues, and I don't know, nothing to lose, my
Do you want me to put
lady.
this microphone on?
You got me singing the blues. Yes, let's do that.
Oh, yes.
There we go. From Boogie and Bats, I got plenty of nothing. Oh, I got plenty of nothing. Nothing's plenty for me. I got no car, I got no mule, I got no misery. Dear folks
Somebody's out and making more. What for? I got luck on it all, that's no way to be. They can see the rock on the floor, that's okay with me, 'cause the things that I prize and the stars in the skies are free. Oh, I got plenty and nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my song, but heaven no hold her long. No use complaining. Got my gal, got my Lord, got my song. Oh, I got plenty and nothing's plenty for me. I got the sun, I got the moon, I got the deep blue sea. Dear folks with plenty, gotta pray all the day. Seems with plenty, sure got to worry how to keep the devil away. Fretting about hell till the time arrives. Never worry long as I'm well. Never want to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell is alive? I got plenty and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my song, but heaven no hold her long. No use complaining. Got my gal, got my Lord, got my song.
It's been a while since I've done that properly.
Well, that's great. And I've got such happy memories of playing for you for some of our concerts.
Oh, we did so much, didn't
Yeah,
we? We
and-
did so many.
I remember there was one, I can't remember where it was, but the audience looked very nervous when we went on. And I think they thought that they were in for a big, long Schubert recital.
Yes.
And they looked really scared. And you just went out and you just walked straight into the audience and you got them laughing within seconds. And then I think you were singing Don Magnificos and
Yes.
and you
Yes.
picked out the two ugly sisters and you had a laugh with them. And then
yeah,
everybody...
Polly femminili. That was it, wasn't it?
It was such fun. The whole atmosphere changed.
It was.
Just
I
immediately.
remember that, and it was
Yeah.
at a theological college.
That's right.
Do you remember it? It's the
It was
goodbye, it's the
serious.
farewell to the principal.
That's
and I
right.
think it was what was it, over in North London?
Mm.
And it was Mr. Pratt who sent me.
He was.
He set it up with.
He did.
And anyway, so yeah, it was lovely. But you were always, I could put anything in front of you. You'd sing I'd do Madamina. You know, Madamina, that terrifying score.
Yes, yeah.
Right? All of
Fiddly.
Mozart is terrifying, isn't he? I mean, it's just, it goes on. And I know now at university, having to play, it was quite interesting because my piano playing was always just about adequate, you know. But suddenly you have to play they turn up. The other day was no exception to the rule. They turned up and they gave me a piece in 6 sharps. It was Caris to end the day.
Well done, Caris.
And I was kind of thought, thank you.
Oh, that's
right?
great.
But it's equally, there's the joy of, and I think one of the things is that you when you accompanied me, you were always, and Sue mentioned this, you were always so positive. I mean, Sue, would you just speak to that?
Yeah,
would you?
I would totally agree with that because, Jonathan, you sing with a lot of people and you have a lot of people who work with you on albums and so on. And it's always a joy when you sing with someone like Sue because she is unerringly positive.
Aw.
And she just bigs you up all the time. And that makes it more pleasant experience for you. And you perform better because you're not fighting what you see as being someone who disapproves or thinks, well, he could do better than that, you know, that kind of thing. But you just ooze positivity, Sue.
That's
and
really nice. I think that's very kind of you to say, and I think it's great for me as well because JV knows exactly how he wants the song to go, you know, every single note, and that's that's wonderful because, being a pianist and a craftsman as you are, you know exactly that shaping. And we would have really, really good rehearsals.
Yes.
So everything was written in the score. I knew exactly what you were going to do. There's such a strong plan. You never left anything to chance. That's hugely useful.
And that's interesting because what people out here think that I do is I leave everything to chance.
You absolutely
Now,
don't.
what's interesting is that, of course, in my preparation beforehand, I prepare for the ad-libs. So when I do, Puppy Love, of course I haven't planned it, but years and years of playing chords, songs that are of the same kind of structures, you get to know your skill, your trade.
Definitely, absolutely.
And when I noticed this in you, when you're playing under pressure, and you played, what Sue used to do, people, was play for all the examinations that were going on in the university. During lockdown, in the university, and this is why it makes it triply difficult to lose Sue so much, she gave more than anybody else I know. We taught, all of us taught online, but Sue, because there were no other pianists that were doing this, there were no other pianists, really bona fide pianists in the university, apart from Ben and possibly a couple of others that were, that were playing there. But you recorded, how many songs did you record
would have been
at
about
home?
500 to 600, something like that.
Just you would spend all hours.
But it was the only way we could get our singers up and running to sing with a track that they could play in their room.
Yeah.
And actually, it was such a pleasure to do it. We had people, Jade, for instance, singing. She did the lockdown bathroom concerts.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant.
She was always in the loo.
Amazing. She
And
had
there was
lovely acoustics.
the other ones were what were the others?
ones.
Hannah and Howard.
Yes,
They
the
stood in
fridge
front of the
concerts.
refrigerator sessions.
That's right,
It was that
I
kind of
know.
little hum going on.
The funny things, and then we did Zoom concerts where I'd get them to bring their pets along, and that was really good fun. And you get to see a glimpse of their home lives and their animals, and
Yes, exactly.
It was a bizarre time, but I think we all did try and make something positive out
From
of it,
nothing.
a possible situation. But
You were doing. That's what you do.
Yeah,
That's
you
what you
do,
do. I
and-
think
and you
you've
did.
always
You
turned.
absolutely did
You
as
turn
well.
a negative into a positive, and that's why we love you. And we also, you and Stephen, were so kind in that day that I got my extraordinary award, and even to this day, I was I'm so grateful to you and Stephen.
This was a plan that Sue and Stephen cooked up, and they asked me if it was possible, and it did work out that it was possible, and they put Jonathan forward for an award at the university, an honorary degree, and he knew nothing about it. The three of us were in cahoots, and he knew nothing about it until he got the invitation.
That's right.
And
Wonderful.
that was a very special day to get the honorary degree, and
It was, wasn't it?
And you sang Amazing Grace.
oh gosh,
The
there
arrangement
was
that I
not
played.
a
It was
tear,
incredible.
not
Yes,
a dry
that was-
eye in the house.
No. And we'd rehearsed that, and I said, "Could you just took on the arrangement completely?" And there wasn't a dry eye in my house either.
No.
I was completely overawed by the whole event, but it was the kindness in putting me forward. You see, what you don't realise
wonderful
is
for
that
us.
I never considered myself to have achieved much in my career. I didn't. I never did. But you were always big, and I always used to think. I said to Sue, I don't know why she's talking like this. I don't.
She talking about the right Jonathan?
I couldn't. And so when you did, it was only afterwards that I suppose you realised these things. But what I'm saying, Sue, is that your positive influence on our lives, both you and Stephen. We went to dinner with you recently, and Stephen is just such a treasure of a man who lost his father
lovely,
recently,
lovely
and
man.
I was so moved by the service, so moved. I came back and I said to Sue, it was just just such a fantastic. You taking your part as well, but him delivering such an extraordinary thing. So we love this. I think we should sing of this final song. I Can Give You the Moonlight. Shall I come over and be with you?
Oh, this would be nice.
Let's do that.
Well, we'll do that.
I think probably what we're going to have to do is invite Susan back in again,
I think so.
because there's so much that you could still sing and still do, and people I think are enjoying it. So that would
Well, they
be
better be.
marvellous. They are. No, they are.
Is that okay for you like
that's
that?
lovely.
I'm just going to
That's
move the
great.
camera slightly.
Okay. You adjust that. Anyway, Sue, it's been lovely having
Oh,
you.
it's been really good. I've so enjoyed myself.
Such a great time. I
Really
can only
good
say,
fun.
right, we'll do this one. This is an Ivan Novello.
Yeah.
And those that know Ivan know, he was a hopeless romantic, writing in around about the turn of the century. into, it's about, was it 1910, 1920?
This could have been about 30s.
30s, was it
30s?
30s?
I think so, yeah.
So he wrote lots of songs, We'll Gather Lilacs
Yes,
in the
he did,
Spring
yeah, did
again.
that one, yeah.
And,
Was My Heart?
yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
lovely.
this one, now we're doing these songs, and has Elaine commented at all?
She's loving it.
And Elaine is doing many of these songs that we've done tonight,
oh, great.
coincidentally,
Right.
on Wednesday the 20th. Those of you who are coming along, this is the afternoon, a bit of afternoon singing and a beautiful concert. We're going to be singing and playing for you.
Lovely.
So here we go. So I'll let you play.
Okay.
You start.
I can give you the starlight, love unchanging and true. I can give you the ocean, deep and tender devotion.
I can give you the mountains, pools of shimmering light. Cool and I shall be all you ask of me. Music in spring,
Flowers for a king.
all is my promise for you.
When I was young, my foolish fancies used to make a great mistake.
this one.
But now a little love, a little living has changed my ways and taught me and brought me the joy of giving. I will give you all light, love unchanging and true. I can give you the ocean, deep and tender devotion.
I can give you the mountains, pools of shimmering blue. And I shall be all you ask of me. Music in spring,
Flowers for a king. All these I bring to you.
Thank you very much. I can't play out there for that long.
Bravo,
Wow.
bravo. What was that called?
That was called
I can give you the starlight.
There you go, Chloe. I can give you the
Ivan
starlight.
Novello.
All right, and all you need to do at the end. I can't. No. That's when we call for Lucas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Lucas.
Apparently
Lucas
he's
can
joining
sing up.
in.
He
can
He's
get up
joining
there.
in
The
Australia.
It was a tenor.
Can I just say, he's been joining in and waking up the neighbours down in Australia.
Well done, Lucas. That's what we like to see.
Now, Sue, I'm going to sing a song to them as we go, which is Go Peaceful. So you come out here. We'll just shut that camera off, Sue. Okay, you come out here. And we'll just sing Go Peaceful as we go. And it's been absolutely splendid having
It's
my
been
colleague,
wonderful.
friend.
Absolutely wonderful.
And I'll give you your microphone so you can say goodnight at the end. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an
lovely.
absolute delight doing this with you, Sue.
It has
and you have
been.
to come back and do another session.
Yes, there's plenty more
I'd
out
love
there,
to.
I think.
And we're just going to do Go Peaceful. Go peaceful. I'm going to do it in more classical terms now. In gentleness, through the violence of these days, give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame. God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love. Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. How you be known by love. And tonight we send love out to my mother, who's
Yes.
had a little bit of an ankle twist, so we won't be.
So she won't be dancing tomorrow,
She won't be
will
dancing
she?
tomorrow, and nor going with me to play in my father's home tomorrow. So if you're anywhere near Reading, don't drop in. But we send, and also to your
Lorraine.
parents, who were the most lovely couple of people, Ken and Thelma. Lovely to have you with us tonight. To your whole family
Thank you, JV.
watching. To lovely Stephen, who I just want to give a big hug to because you do.
He's a good man.
And Sue, any others that?
Yes, and particularly we want to say that we're thinking of Lorraine Cooper this week. We are very mindful of the fact that this week will bring
Goodness,
back
yeah.
a lot of memories. I think Friday is the anniversary of losing dear Michael, and what an extraordinary day that was. And we just want to let you know that we're thinking of you this week.
We do really think of you, Lorraine. Every time I look down and see the conkers on the ground, she sent us a whole set of conkers to stop the spiders.
Yes, she did.
And bless her heart, such a nice, lovely lady. And this is for all of you out there. Pray that God will bless you this week. And it goes like this: The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace.
and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace and give you his peace.
Thank you everyone so much for watching, for joining us tonight. You are the reason that we actually bother to do these shows, so thank you so much for joining us.
And next week
we have Jeff Lucas. Very different. I don't think he'll be singing and playing the piano, but he will be very good value.
very good. Jeff Lucas, the speaker, preacher, broadcaster, and we can't wait to see you next week. Have a good week.
See you then.
Until
Tune
then,
in.
thank
Have a
you,
good
and
week.
bravo to Sue Legg. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.